So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go. At their own 34-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Hey, exit. Go.
On 2nd and 12, Locke finds his rookie first rounder. It's Noah Fant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7.
Ready,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Push him back. Push him back. Clear. Now.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough, they couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. Flying. Mike, 34. We go. Check. 26. Check.
They start the drive with Cook. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle.
Brings up second and 8 at the 26-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. On third down, it's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is taken at about the 14. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From the 38, Locke. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin.
6-6, pull it high.
Locke going to try and throw on third down. They'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Prescott from the gun on third. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's going to float this one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2.
Count. 23 in the mic.
Tackles.
Off. 26.
To the air again, Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
14, Vikings 12.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that to
Lock now on 1st down. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, They'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's caught by Treadwell. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
First down, Prescott. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This time, the extra point up and good, and the lead is up to 5. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. That one covers 29 yards. First down. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That looked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They run it again with Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
47.
34's the Mike. 34's the Mike. He's coming. Check.
Prescott from the gun. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on second down. Lock. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's into the clear. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Now Lock. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch the screen.
Again, it's Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Prescott now. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the 3rd quarter in Tampa. And it's the Bucs who are leading that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. "34 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 34 yards. And the Broncos
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 23. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Another run by Lindsey. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go. 4-8. He's coming. check him, check him. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch that, watch that, watch that. Hey, kill. What do you think?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That good for 19 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Prescott to throw on 4th. Out to his left. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Adam Gotsis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos will take over on downs.
Under 10, under 10.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch the eye.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Broncos, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.